just a little more of my psychoanalytics. I think, just from my views as of right now, the possible reason that for me personally, I have a slightly effeminate nature. Some people know what I'm talking about. I'm not gay, but I am feminine. Part of the reason I have that type of a mentality is because I did not have a father figure in my early stage of development. From age, I'm going to say, if I had to guess for me, just from what Mama said, I'm going to say from 6 months to maybe 2. From 6 months to 2, I didn't have a present enough father figure, which didn't instill a male-dominated ego into my psyche. I didn't have a male-driven ego implanted into my psyche, which would have made me act more of a masculine, take charge type of a way. Since it was more of a feminine installed ego, because I learned from my mom, I was always around my mom. Dad wasn't around that much. I was always with Mom or my babysitter, Sandy. So I always had a woman figure in my very early stages of development, when I was just figuring out how the world worked. So when I'd ask questions about anything, about how the world worked, I always got the answer from a female point of view. It was always from the eyes of a female when I asked about anything. So when I grew up recognizing the world from a female's point of view. That's how I got to know the world. And it might not have even been 2 years old. It may have been from age 6 months. Hell, it could have been clear up to 5 when I went to kindergarten. It could have been anywhere in that range, because I didn't have a stable male father figure present for the majority of that time. And not just because my stepdad wasn't with my mom yet. I mean, he came along pretty early. I was up in the years when he came. I mean, it wasn't like I was a baby when he showed up, but he had a career too. So, like any working father, any working American, he was gone for at least 40 hours a week during the daytime when I was up. When he came home, he had to be up early, so I had to go to bed early. So that meant my exposure with him was very minute. It was very little. I didn't get a whole lot at all, because he was always working. And then Mom was always working, so I had to be at the babysitter's. I think that's why I think the way I do about a lot of the world. When I was figuring out what the world was and how everything worked and how I was supposed to talk to people and, everything, it was always from a female perspective. I think that's it for today. Just a quick little thing I suddenly realized that might be part of the reason I am the way I am. Self-analytics is kind of enjoyable, and once you actually start doing it, you'll be amazed at what it does for your being, for you. Once you accept who you are. Who gives a crap what anybody else thinks? I know what I am. I know why I am the way I am. I know that me pretending to be somebody I'm not doesn't fool anybody. Just makes me look like a jackass that's trying to look cool. So I'd rather just be me. If you don't like me, sorry. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, I promise. Doesn't matter what came out of my mouth, it wasn't meant in a hurtful way, I guarantee it. Because if you listen close, I made fun of myself right after I said whatever it was that you got offended by. I was just attempting to make you smile, just to get a laugh. That's all I want out of people. First time I meet you, you bet something's going to come your way. Just so I know I made you smile. Because for all I know, that may be the only time you smile that entire day. The rest of your day might be you pissed off, hating the world, debating suicide. But for that second, I made it leave your mind. So yeah, get ready. Get ready. Because I think in a more professional, psychological perspective, I think what I just achieved here recently is I finally destroyed my ego. I think I killed off the most of my ego because I don't give a crap anymore. I just want to know what really happened, tell you what's really happening, and tell you my thoughts on the best way we can fix whatever's happening. If you don't like it, don't listen. I won't chase you down, but I will ask you at least listen to what I'm saying. Yeah, it might not be the best option, but I always just start chucking out options. I start just chucking out things that might work because that's how I think. When I'm coming up with ideas for how to fix something, don't think the first one is the right one. I might have 10 that I throw at you. So when you prove the first one wrong, I'll come on up with another one. I'll just keep throwing them at you. I'm just trying to help. That's all I want to do. Help. Make people happy. Make people smile. And for 5 seconds of their life, if I can do it just for 5 seconds, if I can make people forget how shitty everything is on this reality right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good, but there's a lot of shitty. And if I can make you forget the shitty for 5 seconds, bet your patootie, I'm going to do it. Wait, I'm just getting used to this. So me pointing at the camera, I'm not sure what to do because I'm looking at the camera and I'm not looking at my finger because I think you can see me doing that. So I'm going to get off here now. Thanks again.